They traded facts for stories that'll never age. For fossils in the hillside, they don't wanna know. Cover them with sermons, hope the doubt won't show.
Oh, how they pray and close their eyes so tight, denying what's in front of them, holding on tonight. The world is wide and wondrous, but it's lost to their decree. They choose the simple answers and the truth they'll never see.
The oceans rise and tremble, the fields begin to fade. The voices of the scientists grow softer every day. But they call it fear-mongering, a trick or a lie. They'll watch the rivers dry up and still wonder why.
The old man at the pulpit whispers God's grand plan. No room for evolution in the making of man. They preach with fire and fury, a message carved in stone, leaving cracks in the foundation that'll break the unknown. Oh, how they pray and close their eyes so tight, denying what's in front of them, holding on tonight. The world is wide and wondrous, but it's lost to their decree. They choose the simple answers and the truth they'll never see. Oh, how they pray and close their eyes so tight, denying what's in front of them.
Spinning truth round the axis, that's a fact you won't ride. Flirts fumbling hard, trying to run and hide. We got that gravity pulling, you just drifting through. Science slaps empirical, stick to the glue. Round pound, sharper minds, probe for the real. History stacked tall, experiments that seal. Curious minds, globe-trot evidence rolls deep. While flirts count shadows, we night sky sweep. Eratosthenes flex with them shadow lines. Measured Earth's curve, no conspiracy signs. Dropping mics like Newton when his apple fell. Maths to beat, y'all theory stale like a cell. Foucault's pendulum swinging to expose. Rotation so true, no flirf can oppose. Telescopes beaming, Copernican frames. Centuries stacking, flirts out of their games. Round pound, sharper minds, we probe for the real. History stacked tall, experiments that seal. Curious minds, globe-trot evidence rolls deep. While flirts count shadows, we night sky sweep. Launching satellites, proof in the pics. Flirts screaming tricks, we dropping data bricks. Physics and logic on a level supreme. It's a curved reality, splitting flirf dreams. Launching satellites, proof in the pics. Flirts screaming tricks, we dropping data bricks. Physics and logic on a level supreme. It's a curved reality, splitting flirf dreams.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back, Curious UK Debunks. Well, we have some fun. We're going to check out some Rapture, TikTok, and some YouTube stuff today. So apparently the Rapture is supposed to happen like the end of end of last month, but then they decided to change it to last couple of days. That hasn't happened, and I think I've seen just recently they're going to change it to like the 14th and 15th of this month. I don't know, they're just going to keep pushing it back until, I don't know, they just kind of eventually give up or everybody forgets they said that. I don't know. Or maybe they're just going to keep pushing it back, hoping maybe it happens at one point, or till the person who made the prediction eventually, I don't know, gets to their end. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But hey, how's it going there, Calder? Nice to see you in there, buddy. Nice to see you. For sure. Right, so, yeah, how everything's going here. So, I got something new because I'm getting that much coming in, all the Fly Earth tiers that I got some Fly Earth tiers here now, so I put this in my coffee and flavor, sweeten it. So here we are. We're gonna put some flower tears in here, and so good. Yeah, supposedly as Calder said, supposedly used the wrong calendar because what? So God wasn't supposed to know which calendar we're using. I've been using for the last 2,000 years, or what? I mean, I thought the God's supposed to know everything. So you think you know which calendar we're on, and and all that stuff. There was a reason why we switched calendars because the seasons weren't freaking lining up anymore. So we had to switch it so that was we have leap years and everything else. And it seems to be working so far. So, cheers to everybody. Let's have some fun tonight. Yeah. All right, so I just got Calder in there right now. I know I didn't put up a thing saying a schedule to say it's going to be on here, and nobody knows. Yes, nobody knows. So apparently, so yeah, I know I didn't put anything up to say that I was doing this live stream. I usually do my Wednesday live streams, and quite honestly, I was playing with a few ideas, doing a few things, and I seen this stuff. I got thinking, oh, the Rapture should have happened like yesterday and the day before. So I thought, oh, that sounds good. But I've been that busy doing stuff that I didn't get time to make a thumbnail and put something up. So here we are. So yeah, and I'm a bit late as always. So yeah, should happen. All right, so looks like it's just me, Hanzo, and Calder right now. Just the three of us men having some fun. Right, so we're going to get on with this here. Where are we here? There we are. All right. I know FTFE is on in like 10 minutes, so he does his own days. I can't work around his days. Wednesdays is not my normal days, so yeah. I don't know what to say. I'm covering the same sort of thing because I've seen earlier. I just finished watching one of his videos. Apparently, he was doing Rapture as well tonight. So, oh well, I guess we're both covering it. Hey, Canadian Speed Certificate, how's it going? Canadian Speed Certificate is like the paperwork for the Rapture is a pain. Hopefully, he will be having done before the next one. Yeah, well, he's had I don't know. We've had like how many thousand years to get this the paperwork filed. I can't imagine what the red tape is in the astral realm and stuff like that. It must be horrendous. And even with all the angels in there, having the wings, being able to fly, make the mail, like come on, like what's going on? Come on, guys. But you know how it is. All right, so we're gonna check out here. Find you. I'm doing good, buddy. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm just. I don't know if anybody asks, but the wife is okay. She had she kind of felt really sick and felt lightheaded, and was feeling really, really ill the other night there on Sunday. So I had obviously to get off and go see how she's doing. But she's doing better now. She kind of everything went fine. So yeah, she's all right. So unfortunately, I didn't get to finish covering Mikey Smith. I had a few things else to cover. I might pick that up at a later date here, but yeah. Hey, Lindsay, how's it going? Nice to see you in there. How guys? Do you like my my planet? I've got a new illuminated planet to have a live stream, so hopefully that was all right. So, yes, Lindsay, I know Craig's going live right now. He does random days, and I just finished watching him debate that Globe Slayer fella, and then he said he was going on 11 o'clock. I try to stick to my normal days. Like I do Sundays and Wednesdays. He does whatever days he wants, and that's fine. That's fair enough for him. But I just I had to stick to my days because I have other things I gotta do. So this is my day. So I just take it with. So I might have not very many people in tonight. So unless Craig wants to have me on, we can have a little back and forth bounce off each other. But I know obviously he didn't do all that. So Mikey, like all flirts can't think in 3D. No, Mikey has a hard time with that thinking thing. Yeah, it hurts apparently. So. No, Craig says he's gonna do TikTok. I was gonna check out TikTok too because apparently a lot of these Rapture wackos are on there. So, but we're gonna check out this fella here as well. I was checking out some Rapture stuff on YouTube, and I happened to come across this fella. Now, I honestly, one thing I don't know, whatever, is how the hell does he have 3.52 thousand subs, right? Subscribers? 49. He's got 476. But yeah, when you look at his like views, he's got like, well, like this one here is Diego 551, 58, 42, 55, 64, 72. I mean, how does he have like well over 3,000 different subs? But yeah, he's I suppose some of these ones are further down at 2,000. So it might be legit. I think somebody else was looking at one of these Rapture guys, and they had like a lot of subs, but you look, they had like no views on the video. So I don't know what's going on. Phoenix Advocates, like I have response to Mikey. I have to admit it. Just took a few minutes. Yeah, should try to do my own stuff. Yeah, I do your own stuff there, Canadian Speech Advocate. For sure, mate. Right, so I'm gonna check out this belt now. There's a couple of things here I had here. I haven't watched all these. He did some live streams talking about this, but I'm not gonna cover a whole one. I'm just gonna cover a few of his here. So he's talking about Brother Joshua and he's endorsing October 7th. So I thought I'd check out a few of these and see what they're like and have a laugh. And then we'll move on to TikTok. This is brother. I think.
Hey guys, so have you heard?
Brother Joshua
is back. He just did an interview with the Sin Twins, about an hour long.
Come on, you. I think Brother Joshua is one of the main guys that's been pushing this Rapture thing coming up here and saying that he had spoke to God or something like that. So I've heard this name a few times.
He did it a few hours ago, right? And he confirmed what we're all seeing. The Julian calendar, September 23rd, 24th, on the Julian calendar is October 6th through 8th. He's saying October 7th through 8th. But other people are saying the 6th. Guys, this is absolutely huge. Will this go viral just like the first date did? I hope it does. Rapture TikTok is not over. Rapture Talk ain't over, baby. We are going. I suggest everybody watch this video.
I hope I look up further, but I want to see what his responses are on when it hasn't happened. Because just news flash there, buddy. New Light Studios. Yeah, we're at like the 8th of October, and it still hasn't happened.
Brother Joshua, he confirms the date, right? God didn't tell him the date, but God told him that he would be coming to rapture his church in a few days, right? So on the 24th, Joshua was there. He said he was feeling peaceful but confused, and he spoke to God, and God told him, I will come and rapture my church in a few days. And he asked him, what do you mean? And God didn't answer him. Then his friend called and told him about the Julian calendar.
So Brother Joshua hears voices in his head. You know there's pills for that, right?
That the 23rd and 24th on the Julian calendar, which is the calendar used in the time of Jesus, is October, he says 7th through 8th. Okay? So he said the rapture is still on. And the Sin Twins asked him, what do you say to all the people who have been hurt? You know, do you feel sorry? Do you apologize? And he said, and I was thinking, why would you apologize? There's nothing to apologize for. And he said, no, I'm not going to.
Of course, just didn't apologize for it. He was telling people and had loads of people freaking the hopes up, thinking they're all going up to heaven and being raptured on the 26th and 27th, and 24th and 25th, the hell it was. So yeah, I'd be apologizing and going, you know, I'm really sorry, I got that wrong, but look, I've talked to God and we've worked it out. It was my mistake. But no, he didn't freaking apologize. No, come on. That's some dodgy shit there. That's
Apologize.
low.
There's nothing to apologize. I didn't tell anybody to get rid of their house or anything, right? But he says I sympathize with them. And then
But people did.
If they felt
And people fucking did. People sold cars, sold their houses, got rid of all their earthly possessions because they thought they were being brought to heaven, back into like the arms of God and Christ.
called to do that, that just shows their zeal for the Lord. And he said his first answer was the rapture is still on. She said, what do you say to these people, right, that had been hurt by your message, that gave up everything and they were waiting for that day and they didn't think they were going to be here on the 25th and they were. What do you say to them? And he says, the rapture is still on. Guys, my spirit is fired up.
Gotta keep that grift up.
On this. Okay, before, when Joshua first came out, I was on board with him. I thought, you know, I believe God probably did speak to him, mainly because we all got this message from the Bible first, and then he came on the scene, and I felt his spirit was right. Then I saw some red flags, and I made videos about that. But guys, watching this video, Brother Joshua, I feel he is legit. God told him, from what he says, that Joshua is the last quiver in his arrow bag. Boom! Doesn't it seem like it? And that makes sense. And he said that everything is as it was planned, and that it was God who is bringing the rapture idea to all mainstream media, right? Rapture Talk, New York Times, everywhere. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's talking about the rapture. That's why I was saying that has to be God. And that's what Brother Joshua said today. It was God who did that, right? Wait for it, wait for it. And he gives the example of Noah. Noah knew that God spoke to him and said that the rain was going to come, the flood was going to come. But when he got in the ark, it didn't happen for a few days. He had to wait. That was a testing of his faith. Similarly, this is the same, guys. We're out here like Noah talking about the rapture on the Feast of Trumpets 2025, 23rd, 24th. Oh, whoops. There's another calendar that was used. It's all by plan. God wanted it this way. So it's all by God's design, okay? Everybody was supposed to wake up. Everything was supposed to be as it is, right? Nothing, absolutely nothing happens in this world by accident. This is God's world. We just live here, right? So guys, watch that video.
So it's the whole thing of the God of gaps, I think they call it. But it's all like, oh, the Lord works in mysterious ways, or things don't go the way that it says in the Bible, or the way that's been prophesied. They go, oh, God works in mysterious ways. It's just like a way of like coping out of the whole thing, and still hanging on to the bias. I said I was raised like in a Christian religion and stuff like that, and then I've just kind of I fell away from it because I just realized just a lot of well, my main question is why is one religion more what makes one religion more true than any other one? Why is it that the fact that so? And I just kind of realized, hold on, wait a minute, I don't think they have all the answers. They claim they have all the answers, they don't. So, and then when you get like some of these wackos like this, Brother Joshua coming out and making massive claims and appealing to people's like core beliefs. Sometimes people are born into this, and that's all they've known. They have this like really, really deep-rooted belief, and then you're appealing to this, and you're working on it, and you're manipulating it. It's just cold. It's harsh, right? And unfortunately, people just are too blinded not to see that they're being duped by a snake oil salesman.
Video from Brother Joshua. I'm so happy that he came out, right? He went dark after the date passed, 23rd, 24th. And everybody's all automatically making videos about him being a...
Yeah, no doubt he fucking went dark. He's probably sitting there with his hands in his head going, oh shit, crap, oh, I'll just say that they got the wrong calendar. That's it. He's probably on the computer trying to Google something they can come up with. I'd be going dark too.
False prophet. They were doing it on the 22nd, for gosh sake.
Yep.
Right? Well, here he is back, facing the people. I believe this man is for real. And again, it's not about Brother Joshua at all, okay?
He wants to feel this man is real because he doesn't want to give up the fact that he put faith in somebody, and then so he'll look for any excuse to diminish what he's done, and then try to make excuses and still hang on to that. So it's like the flat Earth with any confirmation bias. They'll want to believe something, so they'll look for the one thing that will confirm their bias, and they'll ignore all the signs, all the evidence that contradicts it.
I've been making video. I made a video about October 6th, 7th through 8th, like a day and a half before Joshua came back on the scene. He was gone. So they can't rail that against us. Oh, you're just following this. We're not following him. We're finding this information on our own, through our own research. People are getting confirmation from God, right? For me, I'm kind of a Bible person. I like reading. My prayer life is weak, I'll be honest with you. It could be a lot better, right? I know people who are prayer warriors. They spend hours and hours praying. My mother is one of them, And I should do that, absolutely. But God works in different ways and speaks to people in different ways, whatever way speaks to them. It's not that, because you don't pray for hours, you don't hear from God, or you're not in the right spirit. No, wrong, right? There's different things, guys. Hopping on here on YouTube and talking about the gospel, talking about God, watching tons of videos, which is what I do, right?
Honestly, I just had a thought, like, if people are, like, spending a lot of time praying, and then praying and praying, reaching, eventually, something in them, they're going to think they hear something, or they're going to think they hear a voice, or they're going to have some random thought, it's going to come to the head, and they're going to think that's God because they're trying so hard that eventually, I think your subconscious kind of helps you cope and gives you kind of what you want a bit. You're really wanting it, and you're praying, and you're wanting this, and you're going to eventually find something. So I said, it could just be a random thought pops in your head, and you'll just go, God, yeah. But you're just only trying to get the answers you want. There's a lot of people pray until they get the answer they want. That's kind of, I don't think that's how it's supposed to work.
Different ways we can connect to God. And the organized church is off on this. And I'm making a video about this, that Mike Winger is wrong and Brother Joshua is right, okay? That's my next video. This is huge, guys. Because the people who are against this Joshua thing, they don't They're not right about the gospel. They're not right about the rapture. Okay, Brother Joshua says in that video, the rapture is an appointed time. People are saying, and he says the church teaches wrongly that Jesus can come any moment. That's actually wrong. That's not true. The rapture is an appointed time, right? So what do you think? Is that true? Is the rapture a set date that God knows, right? And potentially Jesus at this point knows? I would think so, right? God knows what he's doing. He has the date ready. Brother Joshua.
But what fucking date is it? Because they keep setting dates, saying God told me, and then the date comes and goes, and nothing happens. And then it's changed the date. So how does God know the date when it doesn't happen?
Mentions in this, dude, this video is so good. Okay, so much Bible, so much truth. I believe he's telling the truth. The spirit is right. Okay,
Just FYI, it's actually the 9th now. Well, it's 11, it's 5 past 11 here, so it's an hour before it's going to be the 9th. So next time zone over, it's tomorrow.
The things he mentions is Jesus was angry with the Jews for not knowing the time of the seasons of his coming, his first coming. He was angry with them. Now, how could he be angry with them unless they were supposed to know the date? Daniel told them the date. He said from the time of the rebuilding of Jerusalem until Messiah will be XYZ years. They were supposed to know, and they didn't know, and that's why he was angry. Similarly, are we supposed to be ready? Are we supposed to be knowing? Right? The church has made it into this nebulous thing. Oh, you won't know the day or the hour. And they always use that verse, he will come like a thief in the night. And I remember hearing that back in the day, even before I was Christian, and it just felt wrong. It felt wrong the way they were using it. Like, nah, and it is wrong. He's coming like a thief in the night to the unbelieving world. But it's funny because with rapture talk and everything, and all this rapture talk going mainstream, and even my unbelieving non-Christian therapist telling me she knew about it, they are being warned, okay? God is bringing it to their attention. So in a sense, like, they will still be in the dark because they're not believing it. But in another sense, they're warned. So they're in the dark, but they're like, oh, wait a second, maybe that was right. It makes sense to me so much that God would do it this way, guys. Okay?
Confirmation bias.
I believe Brother Joshua. I'm not 100%, right? Is it possible that he's grifting and he's coming out after the fact because everybody's talking about October? Yes, it's possible. But I watch that man and I feel it's legit. And I hope that Brother Medical Christ comes back.
He wants to feel like the guy's legit because he's put faith and trust into some rando on the internet. Why? Reasons. Because he feels he needs to. He wants answers and he doesn't have any. I don't know. Fucking pick one.
I hope that Patience B comes back with all this information, man. This is huge. Now, Joshua says that this October date that he's giving, 7th through 8th, is the final date. So there's no after the...
Wait, so this is the final date. The one that's friggin' like a day or so is the final date? Because now there's another final date. Now, was this next one the final date or what?
This, well, let's look at the Hebrew calendar, or let's look at this date. No, he's saying, as far as what he's concerned, what God told him, this is it, this is final. So that's huge, and we're going to see.
Remember, he said this is it, this is final. He's talking about the 6th and the 7th and the 8th of October. You know, but today's the 8th, and in 1 hour is, less than 1 hour is going to be the 9th. So, like I said, if you go an hour from me east, it is the 9th. And I don't think I've heard of France or freaking Spain or anybody being raptured there. You think the freaking Pope in freaking in Italy would be raptured, wouldn't you? Haven't heard anything about that, have you? Because they're a couple hours, I'm pretty sure, behind us.
We're gonna see what happens. The rapture is still on, guys. Hey, let's keep going. Let's keep making these videos, and you know it's not gonna stop. Our spirit's right. We're getting right with God. You know, the mockers and scoffers, in my view, they're in the wrong spirit. They're in the wrong place, the wrong mindset. They're doing the wrong thing. You should not be mocking and scoffing your brothers and sisters for expecting and waiting and anticipating.
I'm not mocking and scoffing, but we are freaking like calling out your hypocrisy and your freaking delusion.
You know, the coming of the Lord. That doesn't seem right to me. So keep coming back, guys. I'm looking into this new moon thing. The new moon being the full moon, which would confirm October 8th or 6th through 8th because it's a full moon on those days, right? But I'm a little bit up in the air. I'm still studying the topic of, is the new moon the sliver or is the new moon the full moon?
The new moon is when we don't see the moon after the waxing gibbous. You know, we go on the sliver. That's the new moon. You know, it's the full moon's a full moon, right? Because the moon is full. Yeah, you got half moon. Like it's pretty fucking obvious. Shit.
Oh my gosh!
I can't believe he's questioning this.
I just look across and there's a store. I mean, it's a little area where these stores around me. Oh my gosh! Confirmation. There's a.
Oh, confirmation bias. Look, he's looked around and seen something that's confirmed his bias. What has he found?
There's the phases of the moon, mirrors. And right, oh my Lord. Jesus is amazing. I look directly across.
Oh my fucking God, holy shit. That is just fucking pathetic. Oh shit. I mean, really? I mean, fuck, you know. That is sad. That is so sad.
Trust me, I didn't know this. I want to show you guys, but I can't flip my camera, unfortunately. There is a full moon.
You can turn the camera around, you absolute fucking bellend. Holy shit.
Mirror.
Fuck.
And then to the left and to the right, there's the crescents, right? Waning, waning, waning. You've seen those, right? I'm sure. There's a lot of hippie New Age stories that'll show that, the phases of the moon. Guys, I'm looking across from me and I see a full moon and the phases of the moon. And the new moon, or the sliver moon, and also the dark moon, is blocked from my view from some curtains. Oh my.
What? What the fuck? Oh. Shit.
Because I had never thought that I always thought the sliver moon was the start of the month and the new moon. But with this idea, they're saying that the full moon is the start of the month, which confirms October 6th through 8th. And I'm talking about this with you guys. Just as I said it, I look across and I see. I'm going to try to maybe use that as the thumbnail so you guys can see. Although this is a cool thumbnail too with the burst of rainbow. By the way, that's a sun.
Fucking hell. Oh.
So the sun is rising, guys. The sun, the morning star is rising in our heart, Jesus Christ. So we're just getting...
Not the morning star. The sun is not the morning star. Morning star is usually Venus. That's the morning star. You can see it just before the sun rises, when Venus is on that phase of the sun. Like fucking hell, holy shit.
Getting ready for the rapture, guys. We're getting out of here. You know, I believe this date, man. My spirit is rising so much.
Oh, dear me.
Before Brother Joshua came out. But when he came out with that video and I just watched the whole thing, spirit's rising, guys. I'm like, yo.
I feel sorry for this guy. I really, 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 really do. I feel sorry because I don't know, maybe it's just me, but he seems so certain. And it's not happened. So I really do feel, I really feel sorry for the guy. I really do.
Yo, this feels like this is the real deal. And it makes sense to me that God would do it this way. So I love you guys. Keep coming back. Maybe I could show you this moon thing real quick. See if you can see it. Let's see. I don't know. Can you see that full moon?
Oh, I think I see him. Did you guys see him? I see him. I think they are right up here. He's looking. It's like different ones going across. Yeah, it's right up here. You can see it there. So I'll go back a little bit more. You can know what the hell he's on about.
Moon thing real quick. See if you can see it.
You see it right at the top here. Right there. No. Right there at the top. Right there.
Let me show you 1 second. All right, guys. Yeah, it's right behind me. I just got a shot where you can see it. So if you look up here, this is the full moon. Right there. Boom, that circle. It's a dark decoration in the store. And as I'm talking about this, the full moon is in my view. But the sliver moon is out of my view. And if you look here, boom, boom, that's the sliver moon. So the Jews believe that the month starts there. But what we're discovering is that that's not right, that actually the month starts there at the full moon, which would confirm the dates that Joshua was giving and that we're getting. So very interesting, guys. I love
anything he can get, eh?
Let's get prepared. Let's go. Hey, guys.
Canadian Peace Advocate said, we weren't right, so we will change the position of the moon for the beginning of the month, changing goalposts. Yeah, that is definitely 100% Canadian Peace Advocate. That is definitely a goalpost shift if I've ever fucking seen one. Like, that is a goalpost shift and then some. So that was his one there. Wait, if I clicked on that, it'd be 11 minutes to 8 minutes. That's weird. So this is, again, he made several in one day. This 8 days, pardon me, 8 days ago he said this, the beginning of the month.
Hey guys, what's up? So, there's a lot of videos right now going on around online that the unbelievers are playing of supposed Christians.
Sorry, I don't know what's going on there.
Who are so distraught and they sold everything, they gave everything away, they gave away their car, they quit their job, they gave their kids to CPS, right? And they're using it to mock and scoff the believers and the people who are looking for the rapture. Guys, the majority of these videos are absolute 100% trolls. You can see when you watch them, use your skeptical eye, and you can know for a fact these are not Christians. Okay, yes, obviously there are some people.
Oh, all right, so you're saying the ones that make us look bad aren't real Christians. So don't look at them because, oh, they make us look bad. Okay, wow, yes. Fucking hell. This is flat earth mentality right here. Like, holy shit. Like, this is pretty much like, you can see where like these really people that are like, they live and breathe and everything is about the religion so much, and then you get religion flips, and you can see how it's so easy. Religion flips are like they have an extra level of freaking of delusion and indoctrination. Like, it's so much that it reinforces the whole flat earth thing. And that's, I think religion flips is some of the worst flat earthers, because there's just a confirmation bias, and their level at which they just reinforces everything, because they twist and change it until they get what they want.
Who may be posting their videos, legit ones yet. Every single one I've seen so far have been obviously fake. They're acting. They're obviously left-wing.
I appreciate you, Six. I really do appreciate you, right? I know I'm a freaking microscopic, like, amoeba channel compared to Craig FTFE. So I do appreciate you being here and watching me and hanging out with me. I really do.
Atheists, right? Who are trolling, who are jumping on board to troll us, which is fine. They're allowed to do that, but they're passing it off as Christians, and people are like using that as proof that what we're doing is dangerous, right? One girl just said, I knew the rapture was going to happen. My church told me. Right there, you know she's lying, because ain't no church telling you about the rapture happening right now.
Okay, so then it is literally just a freaking online freaking like grifter, like somebody who's just online yapping away. But holy fuck, not even like a trusted pastor or a father or priest or bishop or whatever religion you're in. It's not even that. Somebody that maybe you trust. I mean, I used to date this girl that her dad was going through become a evangelical priest, right, or whatever they call pastor. And the other one, and there's other ones you should hang out with, and they went through like they legit went to university. Actually had kind of bit of respect, because he actually went through university and did theology and did stuff like that, and learned about all religions, and obviously learned about theirs. So these are people who are educated, had this stuff. I don't know. One of us is buffering. It could have, his was buffering on the video here. Clean Speech Advocate. So, it might be my internet too. I'm looking to see. Might be my internet as well. So at least, you know, it's somebody that you trusted, that they knew stuff, that they were educated in, and then but he's not. He's saying, don't trust this person who you know all your life. Trust this rando on the internet that is said that the rapture is going to happen. That just sounds so counterintuitive. To not trust somebody you've known for maybe years, maybe all your life, whatever. Trust some random person who's just spouting a bunch of shite. It sounds like a false prophet to me.
She says, now I'm rethinking Christianity. She says, if he doesn't come now, then he's never going to come. Wrong. You're not a Christian. You obviously don't understand. Right? And now I need to open up, I think I'm going to open up the Quran and see what they say. Are you kidding me? You're obviously a troll. Another guy goes on and on about, you know, it's got me thinking, you know, now I realize that Jesus wasn't supposed to be worshipped, and you know, the Bible is a fake thing, and he has all these talking points as if he's an atheist who believes all these things and just waiting for the opportunity to pounce on other believers for this, you know, so-called failed prediction to jump on the gravy train of making fun of Christians, mocking and scoffing. It's all in the Bible. We know this is all predicted. We're experiencing it right now. It's actually funny, and it's making me excited about it because it means that Christ is coming soon. All the mocking, scoffing is just proving our point.
I think it's me that's buffering, by the way. Yeah, it's me. Let me just double check and make sure something, you know, hold on here. I've got an idea. Oh no, that is working now. Right, I don't know. It's definitely me. All right, it's gone back up, so we'll see if that works, if that's better.
And when we are gone, they will be left behind, the people who are not believing in Christ. And they'll be going through the tribulation, but they shall have been warned. They've been warned twice. They got the 23rd of September. If it happens in October and we're gone, boom. Now they'll get to see. And they'll get to wake up. And they will get God's mercy in the tribulation if they turn to him. But guys, most of these things are trolls. One lady said she gave up 4 kids to CPS, and she's happier and she's living her best life now, and she doesn't regret it. Are you kidding me? Who would believe this stuff? They're not even acting good. They're not even like acting like they're sad. They're just like stating it. Obviously, you're a troll. Okay? So lots of trolls are coming out of the woodworks. By the way, I said they're left-wingers. I don't know why I even said that. That's not necessarily the case. But I do see a lot of people coming out, and there is some political thing because they think that us who are believing in the rapture is connected to the right-wing political system, and it's not. Most people.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that people believe in the rapture are any kind of left or right-wing, what they believe in, like, what's the government? What is it? Voting or have a political stance. I think it has nothing to do with it, really. I think it's just down to the fact that do you believe some freaking like rando freaking shill on the internet or not? It doesn't matter what political stance you have. Fuck.
People I see looking for the rapture are not caught up in left and right divide. They see through it. They know better. They may or may not vote. Wow. They may support this candidate. It doesn't matter. Our hope is not in here in our political leaders. And a lot of them are seeing through the nonsense, the political stuff that's going in the mainstream church right now, which is the opposite of the watchers. Right? The non-watchers, the mockers and scoffers in the Christian community are all talking about a great revival that's going to come through. I just heard somebody, now it wasn't a Christian, but it was a channel saying that Christians are saying that the death of Charlie Kirk, that Charlie Kirk was one of the 2 witnesses in the book of Revelation. And I said in the comments, please give me the video, because if this is true, I need to tell my people about this. I need to tell the people I love and care about and the Christians to wake everybody up and show them the depth of the deception going on right now. You can also see it by the spirit. The people who are mocking and scoffing have a satanic spirit. Right?
Have a satanic spirit. So now, only mocking and scoffing, I mean, in a way, because you look like a bunch of nut jobs, and they've already had predicted the rapture once already, and it didn't go through. So now you're gonna look like a bunch of freaking even more like nut jobs. You're gonna look like nut jobs anyways, thinking that the whole world's gonna be raptured, and some guys predicted it down to 24, 48 hours, and now predicting it again. Yes, you're gonna get people are gonna make fun of you. Like, holy shit.
Making fun of people for expecting the coming of Christ is a satanic spirit. I don't care what you call it or what you think. I'm not saying they're satanic. I'm not saying they're possessed by Satan. They're operating in a satanic spirit. If they're laughing at their brothers for expecting the coming of Christ, mocking. Okay? If you really cared, you would be like comforting people, not making fun of them, and you wouldn't be lecturing them. Maybe in a personal thing, you would be saying, well, what do you think? Like, do you think this is wise? Whatever, fine. But you wouldn't be making videos, right? Calling them scumbags, calling them delusional, calling them psychopaths, sociopaths. This is insane, guys. It is getting wild. And I'm
yeah, okay. I wouldn't call someone who believes in rapture a scumbag or sociopath, stuff like that. I would think that they're delusional and indoctrinated, but I wouldn't say sociopath. I wouldn't say that. That's a bit far. Really.
I'm loving it. I'm here for it. So I love you guys. Keep coming back. Jesus loves you. Peace.
I want to see if this guy, has he made something? No, you wouldn't have. I have to find out tomorrow. Alright, I'm going to get off that one for a while. Am I on? Crap. Sorry about that. I think, I just want to double check on something. Let's turn that off. Okay. Let's save some CPU, I think. All right, let's check some, what we got here? I think this is some from back in the day, so we'll see what they have to say. This is from the 9th, 23rd. Hold on, let's just check this out.
Coming back tomorrow is my whole For You page. If you are scared, that's okay. But as a Christian, let me tell you why that's not happening tomorrow and why you're okay. For starters, the rapture is not and will never be planned out for humans to know. That's not something we will ever know. Ever. Period. Second of all, most importantly, if it causes you fear, anxiety, depression, that's not from God. If a word of God...
I don't think let's just say hypothetically rapture to happen, we're not to know. that wouldn't make sense.
Causes you fear, anxiety, or depression in any aspect of your life, that's from something deceiving you, not God. Because God will never, ever, ever cause you fear, anxiety, or depression. Okay, so knowing that, let's take a step back. Rapture is scary, right? We hear the rapture's coming back. God told me that the rapture's coming back. Let me spread this rumor. That's from Satan. I'm sorry, but it is.
Okay, well, that's that. So, what's this guy? Let's see, no rapture on October 6th or 7th. So the rapture didn't happen. Hold on here. I'm trying to find some people that actually did. So I only had loaded this up, and I haven't been able to actually look and see. They will post.
Terrestrial, listen, on the 23rd, a bunch of Christians.
Zach Hyde said, in all honesty, Mike, you'd probably say the same. Or what are you talking about? The fact that these people are a bunch of loony and nut jobs, or you think you see the same as in the rapture's coming? I don't even think Mikey would fall for this, but he surprised me before, so.
Think that the rapture is going to happen, and you have the unique opportunity to do something fucking hilarious that day. So
if you guys aren't prepared, warning, tomorrow, September 23rd, is supposed to be the rapture, guys. We have already started giving away all of our belongings and selling away everything.
Like, is he fucking serious? Holy shit, like, what a mess. And it looks like somebody who's got rid of all their shit.
We have gotten rid of the bed. We have gotten rid of the dressers in the kids' rooms. Throughout the house, guys, we've already been getting rid of all the dressers, packing up everything, trying to prepare for this. We are less than 24 hours away from the rapture, you guys. I don't know if you guys have been following what's been going on in the news. I don't know if this is because of Charlie Kirk and the whole situation that happened with that. Is that what started this? Is that what caused this to spark into the rapture? I don't understand.
I mean, holy shit. I mean, he gave away all his kids' stuff and everything. So not only are these people doing this stuff themselves, they're doing it to the children as well. So what happens, like I said, this was like, he thought this was going to happen like end of last year, or last month, like 23rd, 24th. So what happened? How do his kids feel when it didn't fucking happen? When they're sitting there realizing, sitting there on the 24th and going, Dad, we're still here. And you gave away all of our stuff. Like, holy shit. Like, that's going to be years and years of therapy there. And now you've just absolutely destroyed your kids' religious beliefs. Like, holy shit. Like, damage? Holy crap. Couldn't even speak that because I never heard of this rapture stuff until it was supposed to happen. Yeah, funny enough, I've been on TikTok. I haven't been on TikTok since I normally was. But I do go on here. I hadn't heard of this stuff until I seen Planet Peterson covering it. I was like, what? There's supposed to be a rapture? And I think it was just the day of, or because I think he was going on trolling people's lives on TikTok. So I didn't actually hear about it quite until like the day of. And it was quite funny.
What is going on, you guys? But this isn't a time for her joking around about extraterrestrial doing a joke. Like, come on, guys, we got to be serious about this. Like, I've already been selling the flooring out of my house, getting the flooring out of here.
You can't be serious.
This is a message for an extraterrestrial. Listen, on the 23rd, a bunch of Christians think that the rapture is going to happen, and you have the unique opportunity to do something fucking hilarious that day. So,
if you guys aren't
all right. So I missed what she said at the beginning.
Tomorrow.
That would be funny. That would be hilarious. Like, just going like just there you are. Just adopt a whole bunch of people. Their things are being raptured anyways. Yeah, that would be funny as fuck.
This is awkward.
Kiwi Bush is like, the Rapture by Blondie was released January 12th, 1981. Ah, there you are. A little bit of pop culture trivia for you right there.
Anybody
Thanks,
still
Kiwi.
here didn't get raptured? Kind of thought they would. How are we explaining that? Are we saying it's the date's been delayed and they had it slightly wrong? Are we saying it's some sort of spiritual rapture? It was never a physical thing. Maybe perhaps you got left behind because you weren't as godly as you thought you were.
Oh, that would be freaking, that cut the deep there. That face. Maybe the rapture did happen. You just weren't good enough. Oh, fuck. Welcome to the apocalypse.
Oh, I didn't want to say it out loud. I knew I was staying because I'm an ungodly heathen. I was never going anywhere. But
at least she admits it. She was self-aware.
if you really thought you were going, if you're prepared, oh, God forbid you gave away your house and your worldly possessions and quit your job and all that. I feel so sorry for you, but maybe it's a time to reflect. Go back over what you could have done better. Maybe like standing up for women's rights instead of taking away all their rights, you know, especially if you were a woman. I don't know, perhaps.
Has women's rights been taken away? Because as far as I know, all women have the same rights as me, and just human rights. So let me know if something's happened. Can you speak advocate? There have been plenty end of the world dates. I remember 2000, I remember 2000. Y2K, everybody thought everything, planes are going to fall out of the sky, and nuclear power plants were going to go into freaking like critical, right? Didn't happen. 2012, yes, I remember that one too. Yeah, quite well. That was like December 2012, wasn't it? Yeah, I survived that one too. There's actually a website you can go on, put in your, I think it's put in your location and your year you're born, and it'll tell you how many raptures you've lived through, or how many apocalypses you've lived through. It's quite funny.
It's like, instead of just moving the homeless off your streets out of sight so you didn't have to look at their ugliness, maybe helping them. I don't know. I'm just plucking things out the air because, as I say, I'm an ungodly heathen. So, you know, what do I...
So can you speak because I go, well, the only person who should quit his job and give away his belongings won't be raptured. The only person who should quit his job and give away his belongings won't be raptured. Yeah.
I know. I mean, you might be saying, oh, it was never a physical rapture. We were never going to get sucked up like a tractor beam up into heaven. It was never going to happen that way. Oh, it was more of a figurative thing. But what if they did get sucked up to heaven and you didn't? What if you got left behind? I'm just saying, maybe think about it. Anyway, I'm off to teach autistic children how to swim because I'm so evil.
I like her. Oh, he's talking about, oh, is he? Well, the only person who should quit his job and give. All right, okay. I missed that one. Thank you, Lindsay. Last call. Oh, he looks like somebody who's going to be all about it. Let's check this out. One of the two things.
All right, brothers and sisters in Christ.
Are we trying to be too political? But you got Lindsay, yeah. Fair enough.
This is going to be my last video, and I'm going to show you why. Yep, I'm going to keep talking about dates, and if you don't like it, just get out of here. This morning, I was studying out the Enoch.
Oh, okay. The Enoch calendar. All right. The book that the Christian Catholic religions got rid of because they thought it was even too nutty even for them. Cool. All right. Let's see here. So to calculate the Enoch days, find the days from March 26, 2025 to October 7th, 2025. March 26, 2027, 195 days. What's with March 26, 2025? Enoch months, month 1 2 equals 30 days. Month 3, 31 days. Repeat every 3 months. Okay, that's cool.
Calendar. And what day would it be today on the Gregorian calendar? We have, remember the couple videos ago that I said something about 13 days? Well, admittedly, I was counting from the Feast of Trumpets. All I knew was Feast of Trumpets, 13 days. So I counted from the last Feast of Trumpets date, and it brought me out to a day, and I told you about it, and the darkness didn't happen. Well, that's out the window.
So the darkness didn't happen. All right. So Feast of Trumpets, you made a prediction, didn't happen. Is it a lot of these people? Okay, my knowledge of the Bible is zilch. I went to read the Bible, started reading the first books and stuff like that, and then I got bored. So I decided to read The Sphere by Michael Crichton as well instead. Or was it Michael Crichton who wrote The Sphere? No, it was Stephen King, wasn't it? Stephen King. So I don't know much now. Is all this stuff literal? Like they're talking about, like he's talking like something like Enoch. So these Feast of Trumpets and stuff like that, I've heard this. I think freaking what's his name, Soul guy. I was covering him and his mate. They did is two flat earthers that believe in the supernatural biblical virtual reality model of a flat Earth. They mentioned some Feast of Trumpets and all this shit. They think that if you remember, they think the rapture is going to happen in November. So what's this Feast of Trumpets? Is this like literal stuff said in the Bible? Are they taking like the Bible like word for word literally, or is it like more like they've interpretation and like how the Bible is actually supposed to be read? Yeah, struggling with you was a bore. You know, I think I went to watch that Kiwi Bush, and I don't even think I made it through that. Yeah, 'cause that was a struggle that movie. Yeah.
And don't know. As I always said before, I can be wrong, and I have been wrong, and I never really knew when it was going to be. This is just me giving my best guess. Well, if you don't believe me now, it's fine. I don't care. But I'm going to tell you what anyways. So on the third...
That is a good beard he has there. I will give him that. That is an impressive beard. I went to grow mine out once, and it got about me down to there, and I just got fed up and trimmed it back. That I thought made me look really old. So, in fact, it's probably due to be trimmed again.
The day of the 7th month of Enoch is known as the day of September.
October 7th.
7th.
The fuck was that? Did he see the wrong one? Month 7, day 13. Hold on, that's July 7th. Month 7, day 13. That's July 7th. So October 7th, 2025. And Enoch calendar is month. Oh no, wait. Okay, what the fuck? He oversaid himself here.
October 7th.
7th.
What the fuck?
Known as the day of the 7th month of Enoch is known as the day of September.
October 7th.
He said September, and then he said October 7th.
7th. Okay, I'm just gonna say it, right? 13th day is September
October 7th.
And
He's just, what the fuck? He's said it wrong both times. Is he using the same video and he's just like clipped in him just like over talking when he said it wrong, the wrong date? Fuck.
There's one thing I want to share, because a lot of people are saying, why are we going by the Julian calendar and not the Enoch calendar? Because Jesus said September 23rd and 24th. Ask yourself a very simple and basic question. Does September even exist on an Enoch calendar? No, it doesn't. Why?
Well, so are you saying Jesus doesn't know what calendar we're in? I thought that Jesus and God knew everything. Why wouldn't they know that we have a calendar that uses 12 months? Why wouldn't you know? And God would know. God doesn't know what month we're in, then I'm not sure about this God that they have. So holy crap. I got some serious questions.
Why would Jesus say September if he's going by the Enoch calendar, probably because the sun moons and the sun phases and the moon phases correlate with each other on the Enoch calendar and the Julian calendar. Remember Shlingue's vision? She said that we also call it the Julian calendar, but this was the calendar that was given to Hanak, which is who we call Enoch. So this is just my personal confirmation. Now, we were all looking for 6-7, right? Fair enough. But I got this confirmation from a brother in Malaysia. He said, he gave me this verse right here. You can read it for yourself. And then he said, between...
Oh, shit. Hold on, let me see the verse. Come on, let's not skip past it. Come on. I, Jesus, have sent my angels to testify to you these things in the churches. I am the root of the offspring of David, the bright and morning star. Revelation 22:16. Isn't morning star also known as Lucifer? Lucifer morning star? Maybe I'm just doing pop culture shit there. I don't know. And then he also commented between 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. Israel time. I'm not scoffing at you, brother, but just earlier you were sending me all the long text why you were wrong. What does the 4 to 6 a.m. Israel time come from? I just want to see something. What time? And it's on here. Oh, God. Time in. It says 1:40 on the 9th of October. That might be something. Let's just check out, see what it says here. Okay. All right, let's go on. Come on. TikTok does not like to play on my computer, so.
4 a.m. and 6 a.m. She said, but this was the calendar that. Now, we were all looking for 6-7, right? Fair enough. But I got this confirmation from a brother in Malaysia. He said, he gave me this verse right here. You can read it for yourself. And then he said, between 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. Israel time. And I was just like, what? I'm not scoffing at you, but he seemed to be apologizing for something in our chat earlier, but he was saying he got the darkness wrong also. So he got this vision or confirmation from the Lord of 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. Israel time. Didn't think too much of it, but it had him explain, like, what is this time supposed to be?
The Rapture, I got stuff over there. The Rapture.
For, he said
the long
Rapture
text is all here.
And then kind of clearing up what he was talking about earlier, but I didn't really think too much of it, but I couldn't help it because literally as I'm in the middle of this conversation with this man in Malaysia, I get this text from our sister Shlingue. I don't know this man. I've never met him. I've never talked to him, but Shlingue sent me this encouraging message from this guy. She said, good evening to Shlingue. Do not be discouraged, my lovely sister. I had this dream this morning, like today, this morning. He will come at the fourth hour. I know we're about to be with the Lord soon. I thought I should share this encouragement. And then she responded, amen, thank you for the confirmation, my brother. The fourth hour most often refers to the fourth watch of the night, which is what time? 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. Now, do you remember the scripture? Spiritual significance in the Bible associated with God's deliverance encounters. I remember hearing this was something about the God. And then was it Jesus? He will come. I think it's something like he'll come within like around the fourth watch, and there'll be something like, what was this? There'll be six people watching
3 will have lanterns and oil, and 3 will not. And the ones with lanterns and oil will go with him and be saved, and the 3 will not. Something along those lines. I could have the numbers wrong, but it's something like those lines. I've heard that one before.
I'm not even going to read the rest of this. Hold on. Do you remember the scripture? In 2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse...
Oh, yeah, he's reading it here. Okay, there we go.
1, this will be my third visit to you. Every matter must be established by the testimony of 2 or 3 witnesses. And we now have 2 witnesses saying between 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. Jerusalem time. Jerusalem.
2 witnesses. No, there's 2 people just confirming something, interpretation, right? Wouldn't call them witnesses. They didn't witness God or anything like that. One's claiming he had a dream, and one's, I don't know. I have lots of dreams.
Time. 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. Jerusalem time. Hello, I'll say it again. That's the 8th of October.
On the 8th of October. So he's claiming 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. on Jerusalem time. That's already 22. It's what time is it now there? So, of course, it's nearly 2 o'clock in the morning there. It's quarter to 2 in the morning in Jerusalem. On the 8th.
I don't care about you.
Oh, did you say on the 8th? Hold on, wait a minute. Okay, that's 9th there. Yes, okay. He said on the 8th, didn't he?
8th of October.
He did.
Oh, I'll say it again. That's the 8th of October.
Oh, right. So that was 20... 19. Oh, what would it be? So we got like 22. So 6. Yeah. So 3 and 6. So that's like 21 hours ago. And I haven't seen anybody floating up in the sky. I haven't heard of any mass people suddenly just massively dropping, like just dropping to the ground, and that's it. They're done. Like I haven't heard any of this stuff. Have you? Have anybody seen where just swaths of people either dropping to the ground or being floated up into the sky into like a bright, blinding light? No, I haven't heard of it happening in Jerusalem. I'm pretty sure Jerusalem's all over the news. But I heard about something.
I don't care about your criticisms. Just listen. So let's back that up with scripture. The whole third whatever watch hour that is in that time frame. The scripture that this guy here put to Schlingiway saying Matthew chapter 14.
So this guy and this Mutant T are both wrong. They're wrong. It didn't happen.
Verse 25, and in the 4th watch of the night Jesus went unto them walking on the sea. Early this morning I heard his voice say, he's coming at the 4th hour. Are you ready? Are you ready? Jesus is about to come to our rescue. So do not be afraid, because he is God. This is huge.
I thought it's Jesus, the Son of God.
This is huge. Yes, Jesus came to the disciples walking on the water, and at the 4th hour, the 4th watch of the night. If Jesus could return to his disciples on the water, to the boats,
So I just see somebody, this person's probably got the best advice here. These times have come and gone already. Just live your life. Stop waiting on the end. And you know what? 100% right. She's right. Stop freaking dwelling on the end. Live your life. Be a good person. What happens, happens.
He does things in repetition. I mean, this is 2 witnesses now already. Now, this isn't, if it's as if 2 witnesses wasn't enough, I got a 3rd one for you. If you're able, please go watch this interview from this man right here, the darkness vision before the rapture. No electricity, okay? So we're just talking about an EMP-like event. You can go watch it for yourselves, about 8 minutes or so. He shares his testimony. This man lives in the United States of America, probably in the eastern...
An EMP event that didn't happen. Okay, well, that was wrong. Let's move on.
Time zones. I'm not 100% sure. But in this vision, he dropped this video only like a couple days ago. You can see right there, 2 days ago, stamped right there. He, in the vision, go watch it for yourself, but for the sake of this video, he said in this vision he had his kids were already in their rooms and put to bed. He and his wife were still up, and then all of a sudden the darkness is starting to descend on the
Alright, TikTok's a freaking garbage, so it does this shit to me all the time.
home. Now, if you're in Central or Eastern time, you know, typically you're putting your kids to bed after dark, so probably more like 7, 8, or 9 p.m. Now, if that is accurate to the time when the darkness comes, because remember, Matthew chapter 24, verse 29 says, I've been screaming this from the mountaintops, and y'all hadn't been listening, the sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give its light. The stars will fall from the sky, and the heavenly bodies will be shaken. Then will appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then all the peoples of the earth will mourn when they see.
Key Bush, like, did they account for the missing centuries? Phantom time conspiracy theory? I never heard of phantom time conspiracy theory. Did they account for the missing centuries? Key Bush, you got that's as good a question as any. That's a good one. I'd like to see what the answer would be, because I have not a freaking clue. But that's an interesting one.
The Son of Man coming on the clouds in heaven with power and great authority, and he will send his angels with a loud trumpet call, and they will gather his elect from the four winds, from one end of the heavens to the other. So total darkness has to come. So that man was saying he's just got done putting his kids to bed, maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours in, but he's still awake because the darkness is coming on his home. Go watch that video for yourself. But if 3 witnesses isn't enough,
3 people talking shite means nothing to me. We got 8 billion.
okay, here's a 4th.
Here's a 4th person to confirm my bias. Yes, please. Oh, in my comments. So we've been probably talking all sorts of shit. I'm going to show you this one a little bit. All right.
As we all know, this man, Bro Scott.
Okay, so both his other witnesses were fucking wrong. But yeah, whatever. Keep going.
Is responsible for helping us realize that we're looking at a Julian calendar, and according to Bro Scott, we have now, I don't even know if it's 8 hours since I've received this message now, less.
Hold on, let's see here. Oh yes, now 3. I gotta make a video about this. This is him talking. Yes, it's truly amazing, brother. Keep others' lights burning. Just give you a quick time check. We have about 8 hours and 20 minutes left on the real Feast of the Trumpets. Scott sent me the
than 8 hours left until the
almost 3 hours ago.
Trumpets comes. That's the way I read that. That's the way I read that. Okay. Scott sent this almost 3 hours ago. She said. So I said, oh.
All right, I'll run with this by faith, even if I am still not 100% convinced that it is the true Feast of Trumpets.
All right, well, I'm going to run with it by faith because I've personally never really 100% been convinced that this is the true Feast of Trumpets. But if it is, amen. I'm just going to run with it.
Anyway, yes, my brother, video. We now have 4 witnesses.
Why? Because this is and has only ever been me trying so much with the limited ability that I have to help you learn, be warned, to look forward to the coming of the Messiah. By now, if you're still here in this video, you're probably looking for that confirmation to help you even still. I know we've talked about October 6th and 7th and 8th, 6, 7, this whole time. It's never been about getting it exactly right, but yes, I'm giving you a time frame. Why? Because by 2 or 3 witnesses, yet God has given us 4. He'll establish a matter. Just hear the words of God. These things have always only ever been about me trying to give you the word of God so that you can hear his voice. Because Jesus says, my sheep hear me when I call for them. So
I never liked the whole thing of being a sheep. I'm not a sheep. I don't think people should be sheeps. And you know, it should. I just don't like that. I never liked the whole thing of like to fear and bow and bend like before your God, or the demand that you bow before like and bend and quiver and fear. You know, like, oh, it's like, oh, fear God. I never liked that. If your God's supposed to like love you and be like your heavenly Father and love you and have all this stuff, why would you have to fear him? Why would you have to quiver? I never liked that. I was like, somebody said something along the lines, and I don't conform to one sort of thing, but they said, why would I want to have a God that demands I fear and bend and quiver before him, like your God, when Odin asks me to stand and walk beside him? I know which one. If I had to choose between the two, I know which one I'd want to, be. I'd want to be one that would want to have me stand beside them, shake hands, look in the eye, and see me as an equal, than to and embrace me into the home for a feast, than to demand that I fear and quiver before them. And one seems like oppression, and one seems like a welcoming, father or a friend.
This is it. This is it. I don't think I'm making another video after this. There's going to be a lot of people who don't believe me even still. That's fine. But I hope that these words hit your ears. Why? Because you'll still have a chance. A few days ago I made a video because it broke my heart and it was disturbing me that North Americans are not going to have much time to repent. But they will. They will when they see all of these events take place that I've been preaching about, and so many thousands of witnesses, according to Joel chapter 2, the Holy Spirit being poured out, and young children and women and men and servants will all have visions and dreams of the times that are to come. Well, this is it, guys. This is the time. Again, the Julian calendar dates, September 23rd and 24th. If Jesus said September, he meant it. There is no September on an Enoch calendar. It's only
so we're gonna move the goalposts
by moon phases. But the Julian calendar is sun phases, which is an exact.
Craig didn't get raptured. Oh, what a letdown. I didn't get raptured either. Maybe I'm just an evil bastard. Who knows?
Reflection and representation of the.
That's okay. I'll be here. I'll here to fight the good fight, and I'll fight the forces of evil, and look after the ones I love and depend on me. That's all we can all really do.
Enoch calendar. So if he says September, Jesus can't lie. Hear his voice. You'll have a chance to repent. If you don't do it now, though, you're going to have to go through some things. So do it now. Give your heart to Jesus. This is the last call. He loves you. I love you. Over and out. For all my brothers and sisters.
I want to see. He said this is the last video he's going to make. I want to see if this is the last video he made. Let's go to this channel. It might beat up on my computer a little bit here. We'll see. He said that was the last video he was going to make. Then he made 2 more videos. Let's check it out. Let's see the cope. Come on. Oh, 19 hours ago.
Another update. Be ready for it.
Hold on, let's go back here a bit. Come on.
Another update. Be ready for it. Listen to this video.
Was expected to arrive. Hi, this is George from the Return of the King channel. In the parable of the 10 virgins, they all knew the day and the approximate hour the groom was expected to arrive, usually around sunset. But in the story, the groom is delayed until midnight. Midnight is symbolic. It represents waiting until the very last possible moment. The final feast on the Jewish calendar is Shemini Atzeret, the 8th day, that is added on after.
So Canadian Speech Advocate said, Mikey was offered by MC Toon $100 if he got a certain score on an astronomy quiz last night, and Mikey chickened out. Are you surprised? Of course he's going to freaking chicken. He knows he doesn't have the knowledge. He knows he's going to hold up. On the Canadian Speech Advocate, it was a great quiz. Was it the video in the sun? It says specific because I have a couple issues with it. I had a couple of issues with it, but still got 4th place. All right, well done. I kind of wish I missed that. I probably wouldn't have done as well as you, Canadian Speech Advocate, but it would have been fun. I wish Mikey had done it, but I think Mikey's self-aware enough to know that he doesn't have the knowledge. Like he knows any knowledge he's going to put on there because he's so entrenched his beliefs. He knows it's just not going to work. He's probably going to cope and think that is geared that all the stuff on is lies, and he's not going to be able to answer it because he only speaks the truth. Because that's his cope of getting out of it when it comes to anything astronomy or anything to have to try to have any kind of knowledge of what we know factually true from cosmology. He just says no, it's all lies, and they don't know what they're talking about, and he's the only one who knows the truth. So that's his way of getting out of it. That's why he won't do this stuff, because he'll just disregard any of the answers anyways and say that they're all indoctrinated.
After the 7 days of tabernacles.
Now, I wanted to get this up because I'm looking at my clock says 7:09, 7:10. Just flipped to 7:10 p.m. I just uploaded a video a few hours ago talking about a triple, quadruple confirmation about the rapture happening at the 4th watch of the night.
Yes, which
and I was saying,
just for Blackfin Coffee, dude, it didn't happen. It's the night now in Israel at 2:00 in the morning. So yeah, it fucking didn't happen. Yeah,
it would be today. But listen, I'm doing this video now. 7:10 on my clock. I keep pointing up there because that's what that says. 7:10. 7:10. Before the 3rd hour is up,
up there
from the 4th watch of the night. Why? Because when new information comes, a lot of people.
That was his excuse. Yeah, you see, I know Mikey better than he freaking thinks I do. Also, Canadian Speech Advocate. It was confirmed by Mikey on his on a live stream he was on. He still has me blocked. The fact is, he couldn't see any of my my chat. I was only asking what he's up to. I wasn't asking him any hard questions. Just asking what he's up to, stuff like that. And then he realized, because obviously a bunch of his trolls are in there, that he couldn't see any of my stuff. He goes, "Oh, I can't see Curious UK." I was like, "Yeah, because you let me fucking block because you're scared of me." And that was pretty much it. And then obviously his trolls, you had Baphomet in there, who I find quite interesting. Baphomet, who's a horrible, horrible person. But do they know the mythology behind Baphomet? Does that person realize that Baphomet is a hermaphrodite? I don't think that rather ridiculous to a person realizes that Baphomet is a hermaphrodite, like the entity. Because they're quite anti-LGBTQ plus and say a lot of stuff and use a lot of the slurs and insults, but their name, Baphomet, is, and obviously go by that, is a hermaphrodite. That's really weird.
Think I'm just goalpost shifting, like I have some kind of like agenda that all I really want to do is deceive people or whatever. It's like, no, like all I'm doing is giving information as it comes. Like, all right, so just imagine this. Put yourself, let's put ourselves in like World War II for a second. World War I. Let's back it up even further. All right, World War I, when they were using telegrams, they had these little buttons. Let's just pretend right here like this.
Yeah, they use Morse code. Yeah. It's not that hard. We all know this shit.
This, switch Joy-Con is a World War I telegram button.
Yeah, Morse code. Yeah.
So information would travel rather slowly because of it. Now, we live in a day.
No, well, The signal went just as fast because it's just they only just send beeps because the technology is rather primitive, but you still had lines that could run through and they could receive it, and they could also receive, I think, through do they have radios? I think yeah, they have radio then. So they could also send that also because it's Morse code. You could have your own Morse code and be encrypted. So yeah.
Day and age where information travels rather quickly, but I cannot tell you guys enough how many times this video that I just put up here.
I mean, no, though, some of those Telegram, like those operators like that, they were fast, and people could sit there, and it was like this. It was like I watched things. I think one of my wife's grandparents actually was a decoder or stuff like that. Like rather good at it, but they could you sit there, you can listen to the signal, and it's like they're writing down and sitting like writing a note, and then off they went, right? So yeah, it's quicker than you think. Like they were fast, they were pretty good at it. The Telegram and the Morse code operators and stuff like that. It wasn't as slow as you think.
Has been sent to me today. It's been like 5 or 6 different people gave this video to me today. I didn't watch it earlier this morning because I ended up going down this different rabbit trail. But I am 100% convinced still that God's greater than I will ever be. And that doesn't mean that I should keep my mouth shut. What it means is I give you information as it comes in on the Telegram. Updates happening all the time. Why? Because we're many members of one body.
See, this is Cope here. I just gone through this. Update: the bridegroom is still delayed. He did post this before the final hour of the fourth watch. Fourth watch hour was over because I wanted to get this information as soon as it was brought to my attention. In every war, the details come in with not all the details at once. This is why it is important to update with the most up-to-date information as soon as it's made known. Then the Lord replied, write down the revelation and make it plain on tablets. Right. Okay. So the cope already started 20 hours ago. Good job.
I can only do so much, and I can't possibly gather all of the information together myself, by myself, and then relay it to you with 100% accuracy all the time. We only hear different parts of one testimony, right? So let's say we were at a bank and somebody comes in and holds up the bank, and 2 witnesses give their testimony, right? One witness says that it's an adult, 34 years old, roughly 5'6", dark skin. Okay? Another witness says a female, roughly 35 years old, and she sounded like she had an accent from a Latino background. Are both of those testimonies accurate, even though they vary slightly in information, right? 2 different accounts, 2 different people's sight, 2 different people's understanding of how the thing is supposed to
Dude, the cope is real. I mean, he's just trying to make every excuse you can think of. Holy shit.
go. I'm fully convinced after the video that I sent, again, that is less about the actual date and more about the information that was given. The scripture that talks about how Jesus came walking on the water into the boat at the 4th watch of the night is the most important part of that information. Now, most people are not going to do what they should and go test that video that I just clipped up here for everybody. It goes into pristine detail, beautiful detail, in order to point out how Brother Joshua's testimony is 100% accurate, and that would
How is it fucking accurate when he keeps getting it wrong? Holy shit.
also reflect our sister Schlingue's testimony as well. But
Who he's got it wrong as well.
Tested this only after the Feast of Trumpets passed, and then found him to be true, but he knew the rapture.
Oh shit. I didn't do anything. I didn't do that. Sorry about that.
Date impart the information that he had, again, as a different witness, different information, different visual angle of the story, different perspectives, okay? And says, yeah, what he said was 100% accurate, but we're failing to take into account the prophecy that was given to us by example in Daniel. And I'll pull the scripture up here for you. All right, I'm going to read this whole passage. It's a bit meaty, but track with me here.
Guy Bush is said that's why people who research crimes are asking why witnesses say about 35 years old. They check against other people the witness know, their height, their accents, their age, etc. Yeah, well, yeah, they check. And also, witness accounts tend to be the least reliable. Like, somebody can give a witness statement, and it'll give like let's say a detective or something a direction to go in, perhaps, at least to check out the whatever report or witness statement. But they'll look for hard evidence, because witness statements, people can say this and about this or about that. And you'll ask one person, they'll say, oh, it was like a white male, 5'5", 150 pounds. And the next person will say, oh no, it was a Hispanic male, 6'1" and 200 pounds. You get somebody else to go, oh no, it was a male with a dark tan. He was blonde hair. He was 5'10" and 300 pounds. You just don't know. Like freaking, like people just like have all different things, and like they'll say what car it was. So one person says Subaru, one person says GMC, one person blah blah blah. It's, you know, you can get conflicting stuff, and obviously the longer between, the dodgier and foggier things get. So witness statements aren't the most reliable. In fact, they're the worst evidence you have in getting evidence. And normally, unless the person has got like, that's why you usually have cameras. Cameras are usually really good, because cameras, pictures or video is really hard to dispute. And then also hard evidence, fingerprints, DNA, tire tracks, whatever the case may be. So, yeah. Then it was Mikey, right? Well, you never know. Mikey's well known to the police, and that's normally not a very good thing. Normally, if you're well known to the police, it's because they've had a lot of run-ins with you. And he fully admits I know the police. That's because you're probably constantly being talked to about doing stupid shit. But Mikey doesn't get that.
In Daniel chapter 10, verse 1, in the third year of Cyrus, king of Persia, a revelation was given to Daniel, who was called Bel.
Who the fuck's Daniel? I did want to look something up real quick. So just in case you doesn't know, I didn't know this. So the Feast of Trumpets, known as Rosh Hashanah, holds deep significance in both Jewish and Christian traditions. It's a time of remembrance and prophetic expectation. The Bible instructs in Leviticus 23:24 that it is a memorial of blowing of trumpets. Command given without much explanation. But that's so freaking so vague. Right, I have no idea what the hell the Feast of Trumpets. Whatever. That's really weird. Hold on. Is there something that says in Revelation? Maybe we're talking Revelation, because 7 angels with 7 trumpets are described in Revelation 8-10. Christ will return with the blowing of the 7th trumpet, Revelations 11:15. The Feast of Trumpets depicts the return of Jesus Christ to earth to establish the kingdom of God. But I haven't heard any trumpets, have you? I think I don't know. Okay. Alright, back onto this. If it wants to play, because it looks obviously it's having a little bit of a meltdown for me.
Sorry. His message was true, and it concerned a great war. The understanding of the message came to him in a vision. At the time, I, Daniel, mourned for 3 weeks. I ate no choice food, no meat or wine, touched my lips, and I used no lotions at all until the 3 weeks were over. On the 24th day of the first month.
Hold on. Right. In the 30 year Cyrus, king of Persia, revelation given to Daniel, who was called, his message was true, the great war. The understanding of the message came to him in a vision. At this time, Daniel mourned for 3 weeks. I ate no choice food, no meat or wine touched my lips. And I used no lotions at all until the 3 weeks were. Okay. So I thought it was indicating that he didn't eat or drink anything for 3 weeks, but no, he just didn't. He didn't eat any choice food, so like nothing he actually liked, and no meat or wine touched his lips, and he used no lotions. Okay, sorry. Yeah, still waiting for those trumpets. Exactly the Zach Hyde. Yep, still waiting for those trumpets.
Standing on the bank of the great river, the Tigris, I looked up, and there before me was a man dressed in linen, with a belt of fine gold from Uphaz around his waist. His body was like topaz, his face was like lightning, his eyes like flaming torches, his arms and legs like the gleam of burnished bronze, and his voice like the sound of a multitude. I, Daniel, was the only one who saw the vision.
He needs to be advocate make a good point. He says, I wonder what would happen if put all the energy into making the world a better place. Yeah? It's like you see with flat earthers. If they took all the energy denying the globe, like just denying it, to try to actually just go out and just do scientific experiments to prove, what they want, if and just ask the question and go out and try to actually just find evidence to prove it and say this or that, then there'd be no flat earthers left, because they put a lot of effort into just denying that the globe is true without ever actually testing to see if it is true or not.
Vision. Those who were with me did not see it, but such terror overwhelmed them that they fled and hid themselves. So I was alone. I was left alone, gazing at this great vision. I had no strength left. My face turned deathly pale, and I was helpless. Then I heard him speaking, and as I listened to him, I fell into a deep sleep, my face to the ground. A hand touched me and set me trembling on my hands and knees. He said, "Daniel, you who are highly esteemed, consider carefully the words I am about to speak to you, and stand up, for I have now been sent to you." And when he said this to me, I stood up trembling. And then he continued, "Do not be afraid, Daniel, since the first day," see, that's the most important part, "since the first day that you set your mind to gain understanding and to humble yourself before our God, your words were heard, and I have come in response to them. But the prince of the Persian kingdom resisted me 21 days. Then Michael, one of the chief princes, came to help me, because I was detained there with the king of Persia. Now I have come to explain to you what will happen to your people in the future. For the vision concerns a time yet to come." For everybody who comes at me saying no one knows the day or the hour, this vision regarding a time yet to come. This is applicable. Was I wrong about the fourth watch of the night being tonight? Yeah. That's, again, why I came up here at 7:21 now, as I'm still recording this, because this takes time, to break it to you. Hey, That wasn't 100% accurate, but does it mean it was wrong? Not
Yes.
fully. It just means
Yes, it does, because you gave exactly time and date, and then you were wrong. That's 100% wrong. You said the rapture will happen, and you're gonna make your make a last video, and now you're making another video. So you were wrong, or did you lie? Take your pick.
means that the application and the time wasn't right. However, with new information, with new developments, I come here and I try to keep you posted. Why? Because it's my job as a watchman not to get it right, but to tell you what I'm hearing. The telegraph came in, beep, 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 and it said, this isn't the hour today, but it's coming. Watch that video. I can't explain it nearly as well as he could. Otherwise, I wish I could. Like I would do it for you. But about 5 or 6 different people have sent this to me. Why? Because I don't know. God's given me the gift of Habakkuk 2 being the
Habakkuk 2, as you highlighted, write down the revelation and make it plain on tablets, so that a herald may run with it. The revelation awaits the appointed time.
herald that comes and carries this out to all of you.
So he's calling himself, I don't know, a herald or something like that? Okay. So there's a bit of a delusion of grandeur going on here. All right.
Am I right about everything all the time? Absolutely not. But does that mean God isn't still doing something huge here and that somebody needs to report this stuff with urgency? Why? Because we're on the front lines of the war, of the spiritual battle. That is for the church. Listen, it's for the church. The gospel is this, that Jesus Christ, who died and was buried and raised again on the 3rd day, ascended into heaven to prepare a place for us, promising that one day he would come back to bring his bride to himself, like a bridegroom.
No, big fish. Nobody's raptured here. And this guy said it's going to happen on between 3 and 6 a.m. on the 8th in Israel. And as far as I have seen, I'll just double check the time again. In Israel, as I sit right now, it is 20 minutes past 2 on the 9th of October. So he's out by nearly 24 hours. It's past that. Nobody's raptured yet. Oh well, they're wrong again. As Mikey says, uh-oh, spaghetti-o. Alright, I want to say it again. It's actually kind of annoying. It annoys me when he says that.
In a Jewish custom, only after he's prepared a place for us, as it says in the book of John, will he gather us and bring us to him. Otherwise, he says in the book of John, he wouldn't have told us that it was so. However, the details kind of matter. We're talking about a Jew.
Big fish, yeah. Apparently, now that all the rapture people are saying it's going to happen on the 13th and 14th of this year. Next week, same time next week. And they're just going to keep pushing it back a week. It's pretty much what they're doing right now, yeah.
Jubilee year now? We're talking about mixed up calendars. We're talking about whether or not the feast.
Big Sweet Advocate is like, no, not yet. No electricians would be raptured. They're too grounded. True.
Trumpets is on this day or that day, the new moon or the full moon. Listen, Satan has been wrecking havoc for 2,000 years. Why? Because he knows this appointed day is at foot and he can't stop it.
They've been saying that for like nearly 2,000 years.
But he can do everything in his power to confuse us and to get us to take our focus and dim our lamps and run out of oil.
I almost got raptured there. Sorry.
Faith. Don't do it. Keep your eyes on heaven.
Oh, okay. Well,
another update. Be ready for it.
So he said this is his last video. Then it wasn't. Then he made this video, and now he's making a response to this. I believe he's doing a great job. Not everything is ego. Some brothers and sisters are being obedient. Right. Okay. I mean, he's got 6,000. Has anybody noticed the followers? How come he's got 6,662? Well, why does he have? Oh, he's got 666. Whoa. Dude, is this guy like some sort of pastor or something like that? What the hell's going on here? I don't know. There's something going on. He speaks somewhere. Okay. Well, it's why is he showing solar? Oh, he's showing the how is it hydrogen alpha video of the. I don't think that is. No, he's seeing. He can see stars, the moon, the sun. But, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for fish rapture. We definitely float to the top when that happens. I'm waiting for fish rapture. We definitely float to the top when that happens. It happens. Oh dear. What is this? This has got me curious. What the hell is this song? That little holy sun. Like what? Please explain to me. How is it that I am able to see the stars behind the sun?
I am the light of the world.
Fuck! Oh, come on, stop that. Through the sun, like it's an actual hole. A hole straight through the sun. Are those even stars, or is that something else we're seeing through the sun? Just zoom in on the hole in the sun, and then explain to me what in the actual hell is that they're seeing. So he thinks he's seeing a hole through the sun right here. What do you like? How do you think of that, the Canadian Use Advocate? He's using like would be probably something like a hydrogen alpha telescope or something. He thinks he's seeing a hole in the sun here. That's a bit silly. Arnold's new video rocks. I'll check that out in a bit there, Lindsay. Thanks. It's probably something to do with either the optics or something. I've never seen something quite like that before. It's interesting. So check it out and see here. Probably a CME. Oh, could be. Oh, you just put. I see it there, Lindsay. Thanks. New video rocks. I was looking to see if there's something that comes up real quick online talking about it. I think you have to know when this guy, when he took this, where we got this picture from. I mean that looks really big and substantial. Like it's Yeah, it's going to talk about the telescope, isn't it? Small bright points may these features like small bright plaques of pores can appear as distinct bright points of light that resemble stars. Contrast with background, the H alpha filter makes these features stand out brightly against the surrounding dark solar disk, which appears darker within the narrow band pass of the filter. Magnetic activity, a star-like appearance, is a visual representation of the sun's intense magnetic activity. These bright areas being sites where energy and plasma are highly active. Filaments. Right. Mikey said the sun is only 80 miles away, so it must be true. Yeah. According to Mikey, it is. But check out Arnold's video here real quick, and we'll go back to the TikTok for a little bit. We're at 12:30. I'm going to get off here soon. Just gonna look again. Dollar store cult leader.
Oakley's got the mute button, thinks it makes him strong. Mutes her mics on science, cause he knows he's wrong. Peppermill and butt plugs on his nightstand glow. Creepy cam on his future wife, like that's a healthy show. Measures, yeah, sure it does. Science is fake, cause Nathan says it was. Dollar store cult leader with his insults, cheap arguments weaker than the company he keeps. You got my balls in your mouth, that's your greatest line. I'm glad your kids now think that language is fine. Cash fall down, go boom boom, yeah, go scream that real loud. Telling lies on YouTube, way to make your family proud. Slaps his kid on stream to silence her cry. Calls Dave a troll, no woman would try. Obsessed with numbers, but can't do the math. Screaming pseudoscience, talking out of his ass. She can't prove it's real, the stars prove it's flat. Sextons don't work on balls, and that's a fact. Vindictive, childish insults on loop. The echo chamber leader of a deluded truth. You've got my balls in your mouth, that's how you win debates. You're a dishonest grifter spreading nonsense and hate. Cats fall down, go boom boom, Nathan's brain on repeat. Debates like playground fights, except with more defeat. New button warrior, coward in disguise, screaming at real science, spewing nothing but lies. Every time he talks, the evidence bends. Only in his mind where logic
Nice. What's with the what's with the lizard, the guitar player in the back of the freaking iguana? That seemed just kind of random. I thought it was funny, but it was a bit random. Yeah, should Arwen be playing a crossbow? Good point. That was good though. I liked it. I liked the music. That was nice. That was good. All right, let's check out some other stuff here. Yeah, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. This looks like fun. Oh shit. Yeah, I think OBS just kind of shut off and went back on. I don't know what hell's going on there, but OBS just decided to shit the bed for a second. I think I'm being hacked by the Raptures. Oh no. I think TikTok Rapture Talk is hacking me.
Today is the day! Let's go!
Rapture trip tip number 5. When you finally start moving up into the air, I recommend that you don't hold on to anything. I definitely don't recommend looking down. Just keep calm, take a deep breath.
It's Rapture Day, and I am so excited.
Oh, it's a EMP event. Oh no, EMP event. It must be the MPs in the US, because probably the servers are in the US for OBS. Let's go back to this. Scream of excitement.
Today is the day! Let's go!
And then it wasn't.
Rapture trip tip number 5. When you finally start moving up into the air, I recommend that you don't hold on to anything. I definitely don't recommend looking down. Just keep calm, take a deep breath.
It's Rapture
And then that never happened.
Day, and I am so excited. Look at all these goodies our neighbors are throwing out. You'll never guess we found a 1969 Sputnik floor lamp that's worth just over $2,000.
Oh, burn! So they got rid of all that stuff, and they've hit the freaking jackpot. Oh, nice. He doesn't know yet, but I have been fighting a battle for him. Leaving husband behind. Oh shit! Asking who's the blonde asking for a friend. I don't know. Oh no. Leaving husband behind, she's gone and done a whole bunch of canning and stuff for him because she thinks she's getting raptured and he's not. Oh, that's cold. I mean, it's nice that she's done that in a way, but it's cold because obviously she thinks he's not going to heaven. Because she likes the bad boys. I don't know. It's cold. Cold. Holy Bible. Oh dear me. Religious psychosis. Oh dear me.
To be your mommy, you have been such a gift, and I will see you in heaven.
Oh dear, that sounded dodgy. That sounded like some freaking like drink the Kool-Aid sort of thing. Me and Max. I like the hats.
Okay, me and Max are ready for the rapture. He's not going either. He didn't want to go. He's gonna stay with me.
Max don't want to go. Yeah, why is the lady saying goodbye? That sounds like some sort of like Jonestown sort of stuff there. Like, ooh, that The holding the baby, saying all that. Don't be feeding that baby any Kool-Aid. No. Don't be doing that. Left behind talk. Oh, that's a guy, yeah. He looks like credible, yeah. He looks like he's got all of his faculties about him.
So the rapture didn't happen. And the lady who just got out of my car chose violence this morning. We're driving down the road and she said, my car.
I shouldn't make assumptions.
So the rapture didn't happen. And the lady who just...
The hair, just the curly hair on top like that. Just
got out of my car, chose violence this morning. We're driving down the road and she says, do you know why I had to use Uber this morning? And I said, no, why? And she said, I sold my car for the rapture. And I said,
oh, burn.
Said, oh, I'm so sorry. And she said, should have known that would be your answer.
What the fuck?
And I was like, pardon? And she said, you don't love the Lord, do you? Ma'am. What? I said, yeah, I love the Lord a lot. She said, did you think the rapture was going to happen? And I said, honestly, no. And she said, yeah, so you're not a real Christian. Okay.
Oh, well, gatekeeping. Christians gatekeeping who's the best Christian. It happens more than you think.
Yeah. I try to be so nice. I really want a tip. I do, because I need money to pay bills. And I really want a 5-star review because I've given over 18,000 rides and have a 5-star review still. So,
well, I do think to get a bonus there, they have to keep their how many stars at a certain point to be on Uber anyways, I believe. So
I would like to keep it that way. But today, no, not today. You can give me a 1-star. And I said, can you please explain to me what you think the difference is between real Christians and fake Christians? And she said, well, obviously the people who are actually prepared for the rapture and believed that God was coming back for his bride are the ones. And I said, and what about the ones of us who just are ready for whenever the Lord decides to call us home, so we don't have to play into the panic that everyone sets forward of a possible rapture date that a man in South Africa had a dream about? She goes, well. I said, ma'am, I have been a Christian for the majority of my life. And while I do know that there are many scriptures that point to an event of Jesus returning and taking his followers with him, it also says that if/when that happens, man will not know the day nor the hour. So what made you think that a guy in South Africa was going to have a dream that it was going to happen on one of 2 days and we were suddenly going to be called up to glory? And she said,
good point. Yeah. Just because some rando on the internet looking to make grift, probably get some ticks, get some clicks on a video, and obviously stir up a whole bunch of like play on people's freaking like beliefs and everything else, to make some money, and everybody just bought into it. Just drank that Kool-Aid. It's sad, really, how people just do that.
You seem to be getting really defensive. And I said, you called me a fake Christian. So yeah, I'll get defensive about who I am as a human. First off, you want to go around calling people real Christians and fake Christians? How about you leave that up to Jesus? Because he's the person we're actually having the relationship with and determining whether or not we are actually a Christian, if we have actually accepted him into our heart, if we actually believe all the things that he said. And what he did not tell me to do was to go around picking out the fake Christians and the real Christians. In fact, what he told me was, judge not lest ye be judged.
I was just thinking that, yeah. Or people in glass houses should not throw stones.
So how about you stop looking for whether or not people are real or fake Christians and maybe keep your car next time?
You're really angry. Like an angry Samoan there.
You want to give it all away? That's fine. You want to sell it all and really hope that God comes back today? That's incredible. What you're not going to do is get in my car when we're done and then be like, oh, well, you must not be a real Christian because you didn't believe it happened. It didn't happen. So then she says, well, that was just a test.
The cope.
A test? For what? She said, to make sure that those of us that he was going to call home are actually ready when the day appears. I said, sweetheart, that's the way you're supposed to live your life every day. You're supposed to live every single day as if heaven is your home. You're supposed to live every single day as if the relationship that you have with the creator of the universe is what is fueling everything you do and everything you say. What I'm not going to do is be a jerk and try to pick out whether or not you're a real Christian or a fake Christian because you sold your car in hopes the rapture was happening. Why'd you sell it? Why didn't you just give it to someone in need? You didn't need the money. You couldn't take that with you in the rapture. But what I am going to ask you to do is spend a bit more time in prayer and in reading your Bible to actually determine whether or not the relationship... I lost an earring on that one. Sure did.
Fuck no. I mean, the whole thing of like gatekeeping and like going, you're a real Christian, you're not a real, like going back and forth. It's so pathetic. I mean, you can take it as that lady was so hurt and upset. The fact is that she sold her car so certain that some guy in South Africa was some sort of prophet because he said so. That she's just being vile and vindictive and just taking it out on this guy who's just doing his job. And didn't go and sell his car because, well, he wasn't stupid and wasn't going to be taken, indoctrinated by some rando on the internet who says things and people just eat it up. It's just weird.
Whether or not the relationship that you have, I lost the back too. Whether or not the relationship that you have with Jesus is real or not. Because what I can tell you is that the God that I serve and the God that I read about doesn't tell me to go around getting into arguments with people.
Why is he putting the earring in? It's just going to fall off again because it's no back. It's not like it's like one that's really hooked. It's quite straight. It's just going to fall out again.
Trying to make them feel less than. Do I want the rapture to happen? Take me to glory, Jesus. This earth is not my home. Heaven is my home. The relationship with Jesus is my most important relationship on this earth. The way that I show up and the way that I treat people every single day is testament to the relationship that I have with God.
All right, well, that's I'm done with that one there because it's just going to yammer on. So, come on, computer, go back. What else we got here? I just watched it. I didn't think I clicked on that one. Oh, why are you doing this to me? Did I click on this one here? I thought for sure I clicked on this one here, not that one down there. Is it going back to him? TikTok.
So the rapture
just... Come on, TikTok, sort your shit out. I didn't click on that one. Like you can see it. I'm honest up here. I don't know why. It's whatever. Okay. Not that one.
So the rapture didn't happen. And the lady who just got out of my car chose violence this morning.
Okay.
We're driving down the road and she says, do you know why I had to use Uber this morning? And I said, no.
Come on, you. Apology from the pasture started at all. That should be fun. Unless it still does the other one. Oh, it's just not. That's weird.
make your decision. Are you going to follow Jesus and get on the party bus out of this hellhole, or are you going to stay here?
Wow, she was annoying. Alright, yeah, it's still bringing that one out. Ah, fucking TikTok being TikTok. Not this blonde. Yeah, not that blonde. Yeah, sorry. That blonde was really annoying. Yeah, sorry about that. This is going to load up, or is it going to be something different?
Prep my home for whoever is here after the rapture. I don't even know what to say. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know.
If the time comes and it doesn't happen, then sure, you can call him a false prophet. But until then, I guess y'all have to really just wait and see. And as you see, it came to pass. The rapture did not happen.
I prepare for it all the time.
Guys, I'm saying goodbye to my car. I've had for 5 years.
It actually didn't happen. I'm sorry to everyone I let down. I will never publicly talk about the rapture again.
I just need to come on here and tell everybody that Jesus is coming back very soon. It's not an apology video. The Lord is coming. And you can do with that information.
Kiwi, how about a nice little brunette? Huh? She's kind of cute.
What you will.
The UN and, you know, all this other stuff that took place. I was like, dude, it's really lining up.
So this is going to be my last confirmation video that I make. It is September 23rd, and we're still here. And I'm fine with that.
I want to address the concerns, valid, very valid concerns about my kids. Prep my home for...
Yeah. Nope. All right. Come on, you. Oh. What is this? iPad flew, but she didn't. It's not gonna load though, is it?
Where's your part? I did my part. I delivered the message. Why you didn't rapture the people?
So this is the Joshua fella everybody's talking about. I have actually seen him show up in different things. It seems like he's blaming Jesus. That's no good.
God is blowing his own trumpet to the world, announcing he's coming.
I'm so confused. Say yeah.
He says in 2025, in September of the 23rd and the 24th, I will come.
As Keith Bush said, this is the sad thing about this community, about this kind of communities, they involve kids in delusions. Yeah, and it's such a deep-rooted thing that nobody will question because, you know, obviously they're manipulating people's belief systems, and just like, and it's kind of rooted into how the whole life is, and even like probably even their family and stuff like that, whole family structure. So, you know, it's manipulating something that's so deep-rooted and never questioned that it can really mess people up.
To take my church.
Did he come?
Did he come?
For a fact that it's God. So the question is that, did you test the spirit?
The Saint Twins posted that there's going to be a live interview with Brother Joshua at 5 p.m. this Friday concerning the rapture. After 5, they posted this clip instead. While others are apologizing, is Joshua really blaming Jesus for not keeping his word? What kind of spirit are we really dealing with here? Perhaps I should make a video about testing the spirits.
I tell you one thing, different people in Africa, I've seen a few different videos, they are dragging this Joshua fella. Like, not impressed at all. I'm just going to refresh because it seems like I'm clicking on different things and other stuff's coming up. Decided to make up its own mind what videos it's going to play. Accused Bush is like the starvation cult in Kenya. Good News International Ministries. Chakahala Force incident, yeah. Alright, see you later, Canadian Peace Advocate. Thanks for popping in, buddy. Always nice to see you. Crap, you know what? I am going to... This is just cooking and booking me, so... Actually, you know what? I am going to take a note there because I just looked at the time and it's getting quite late. And I gotta get up early. I got a big day tomorrow. I got a lot of shit I gotta move. And I got a lot of stuff I gotta do tomorrow. So we're moving stuff for the mother-in-law after she's passed. I gotta help clean out her flat and get a bunch of stuff shifted over in storage, and as well as help around the house. And we've got stuff coming to our house, stuff going to father-in-law's house. So yeah, I got a friend of mine coming to give me a hand because I got some dressers and stuff I gotta move. So yeah, I'm gonna probably have to call it there, people. That was a bit of some talking about the rapture that never happened. And here we are now. It is nearly 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm still here. And well, I'm as holy as they can be. So probably not, but well, I don't see anybody flying up in the air. No big light. Nobody's being sucked up. So the aliens or the deities have not taken people up. So but yeah, that's about it. That was a bit of fun. Something a little different, just to get away from the flat earth for a little bit. Set up a bit and see what people think. But remember, people, don't forget, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, hit the thumbs up, comment down below if you watch a restream. And remember, people, Earth is definitely a globe, space is real, rapture didn't happen. But don't forget, stay curious, and thanks for coming. I'll see you again. Thanks. Good night. Bye.
NASA lies, yeah, that's what I say. Don't have proof or facts in any way. I claim the moon's made of plasma, a place no one can go. The Apollo program's a scam, I can't back it up though. They talk about the ISS is floating in space. You ask me in a pool, I'd say is the case. Sataloons in the sky held up by helium balloons. But bro, that's just a lie, cause that's what all bitches do. NASA lies is something I'll never prove. No facts, no evidence, debates I will lose. They say they've been to the moon, I say it's not the truth. I see truth in no way, I hate MC2 when he shows me proof. The firmament is real, a dome up above, but I'll never prove it, so lost that I'm dumb. I know the world is flat, trust your sense of sight. Saying gravity's just a theory is why I'm up at night. NASA is phony like a show or movie, fake like on stage. Truman Show, child's play, it's just but suck at this game. Because I'm just a dick with only my stupid self to blame. But I'm so fucking sure that the earth is flat, based on how I feel with my pop-up flare. Swear my blind faith is what keeps it real. NASA lies is something I'll never prove. No facts, no evidence, debates I will lose. They say they've been to the moon, I say it's not the truth. I see truth in no way, I hate MC2 shows me proof. Asking the wrong questions, my beliefs are all faith-based. I can't see the fucking answers right in front of my face. Stanley Kubrick is mentioned every single goddamn time. Somehow he filmed it without nobody dropping a dime. The firmament is a dome, it keeps water in the sky. But when you ask me to prove it, I can't know why. NASA in Hebrew, it means to lie or deceive. My flirt priest told me, and blindly I believe. NASA lies is something I'll never prove. No facts, no evidence, debates I will lose. They say they've been to the moon, I say it's not the truth. I see truth in no way, I hate MC Toon when he shows me proof. Spreading misinformation and lies willfully, so proud. Like Nathan Thompson yelling at strangers so loud. NASA's lies, people, space is fake and Earth isn't round. Oh shit, the fathers and husbands stop me into the ground. Asking the wrong questions, my beliefs are all faith-based. I can't see the fucking answers right in front of my face. Stanley Kubrick is mentioned every single goddamn time. Somehow he filmed it without nobody dropping a dime. The firmament is a dome, it keeps water in the sky. But when you ask me to prove it, I can't. Why? NASA in Hebrew, it means to lie or deceive. My flirt priest told me, and blindly I believe. NASA lies is something I'll never prove. No facts, no evidence, debates I will lose. They say they've been to the moon, I say it's not the truth. I see truth in no way, I hate MC Toon when he shows me proof. Spreading misinformation and lies willfully, so proud. Like Nathan Thompson yelling at strangers so loud. NASA's lies, people's spaces fake and Earth isn't loud. Oh shit, the fathers and husbands stop me into the crowd.